Heat on our head to reduce the temperature.
These days, we mainly have patients who are victims of sunstroke.
Death Valley. You know, walking outside in Death Valley is like stepping into an oven. Seriously, it hits you immediately. I remember seeing temperatures reaching 56 degrees Celsius, and I was just like, how do people even survive here? The ground is cracked, there's barely any shade, and water is almost non-existent. Even the lizards seem to be hiding somewhere. People who live here, they've got their ways, but every day is basically a test. Standing still feels like an achievement, and the tourists, they come anyway, snapping photos while locals are just trying to make it through the day. Middle East heat belt, Kuwait, Iraq, and Saudi Arabia. Then you have Kuwait, Iraq, and Saudi Arabia. Summers here go way past 50 degrees Celsius, and I'm not exaggerating. Going out during peak afternoon? Forget it. Crops die, water becomes a huge problem, and blackouts are constant because everyone cranks the AC. Locals shift their schedules, wear traditional clothes, sip water constantly, but still, it's exhausting. It's like the sun is punishing you every single day. You know, Iran's Lut Desert, now that place is insane. The ground gets over 70 degrees Celsius. I mean, can you imagine that? Walking barefoot is impossible. Shade doesn't exist, and only the toughest animals survive here. Humans? Very rare. Visiting it once is enough to feel respect for the sheer force of nature. It's not just hot, it's relentless, unforgiving, a daily survival challenge. Sahara. The Sahara Desert is massive, like endless sand in every direction. 11 countries share it, and summers easily reach 50 degrees Celsius. Nomads adapt, but life is a constant negotiation with the sun. Sandstorms can come out of nowhere, wiping out water and crops. Every drop of water matters. Living there isn't comfortable. It's thinking constantly about how to survive the heat. Makes you appreciate a little shade in your backyard, honestly. Pakistan has some crazy heat too. Cities like Jacobabad, Nawabshah, CB hit 50 to 52 degrees Celsius. And these are populated cities, not deserts. Walking outside feels like a furnace. Blackouts, heat strokes, water shortages. It's a daily grind. People shift work hours, drink water constantly, try to stay in the shade. But summers are brutal. Children, elders, everyone feels it. It's endurance, not just living.
Sometimes when I work, I get dizzy. I feel like my body is drained of all its energy.
India's Rajasthan is similar. Phalodi, Jaisalmer, Churu, all over 50 degrees Celsius in summer. Rivers dry up, crops fail, electricity grids struggle. Millions live under this sun, adapting their schedules. Kids go to school early or late. Adults work in the cooler parts of the day. Traditional cooling methods everywhere. Scientists warn that by 2100, it's crazy to think about, but it's real life there. Australia's outback. Australia's outback is another one. Summers hit 45 to 50 degrees Celsius. Bushfires are frequent. Sparse population, limited water sources. Locals have adapted to long distances, extreme heat, and dryness. Heat dictates daily life. You can't just go for a walk or a drive without considering the sun, water, and time of day. It's not just discomfort, it shapes survival. Back to Saudi Arabia and Iraq. Summers hit 50 to 52 degrees Celsius. The ground itself feels hotter than the air. Water becomes precious. Cities feel the oppressive heat constantly, and everyone has to plan around it. Air conditioning, careful scheduling, water rationing. It's a way of life, but the sun is always in control. You know, thinking about all these places makes you realize something. Extreme heat isn't just uncomfortable. It affects food, water, energy, even global markets. Droughts in one region spike prices somewhere else. Rivers drying up have far-reaching effects. Scientists warn that by 2100, some places could be almost uninhabitable. This isn't just local, It's global, and it's real. Humans are resilient, though. People have adapted with AC, underground farming, solar tech. Governments invest in water systems, urban cooling, energy efficiency. But still, the warning is clear. Extreme heat is growing, and preparation is essential. Cities fighting back. How people adapt to extreme heat. You start noticing something interesting, though. People don't just sit there and accept the heat. They fight back in their own ways. In some places, homes are painted white to reflect sunlight. Rooftops stay cooler. Streets are built narrower so buildings create shade naturally. Old architecture suddenly makes sense. Markets open at sunrise or after sunset. Schools shift timings. Construction crews work at night. You'll see water tanks on every roof, extra fans running non-stop, thick curtains blocking light, trees planted wherever there's space. It's like daily life becomes a strategy game. How to stay cool, how to save energy, how to survive one more scorching day. It's not comfort anymore. It's adaptation. And honestly, it shows how creative humans can be when nature pushes them to the limit. But here's the part that really makes you think. What if this isn't the peak? Scientists say heat waves are getting longer, stronger, and more frequent. Places that used to hit 40 degrees Celsius now cross 45. Areas that touched 45 now go beyond 50. Records keep breaking almost every year. At some point, it's not just about feeling hot. The human body itself struggles. Working outside becomes dangerous. Power grids fail. Water demand shoots up. Hospitals fill with heat stroke cases. Some regions might reach what experts call wet bulb temperatures, where sweating doesn't even cool you anymore. And that's scary, because it means survival becomes difficult without constant cooling. So it's not just deserts we're talking about. Even normal cities could slowly start feeling unlivable, and that changes everything. Migration, jobs, food supply, entire economies. From Death Valley to Sahara, Lut Desert to South Asia, these lands push humans to their limits. Geography is more than maps or mountains. It shapes survival, routines, and lifestyles. Next time you complain about summer, remember that some people live where it's literally a fight against the sun every day. That's the power and the danger of Earth's hottest lands.